What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the World War History Bar. Hope y'all having a great day. In today's video, we will be talking about the German expansion prior to World War II. So that includes the Saarland, the Rhineland, Sudetenland. So if you guys are ready, and if you guys enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on any of our upcoming videos, because we have a lot coming for you. We're excited for. With that said, let's get into the video.
Alright, so I'm going to start us out here. So basically, at the end of World War I, with the whole Treaty of Versailles and all that, the Allies took a good chunk, if not most, of German territory, like in southern Germany. So there were different parts of it, but a few among them were the Sudetenland, Czechoslovakia, and the Saarland.
And the Rhineland.
Rhineland. Those areas and other small areas, they were given to the Allies, basically. And when Hitler came to power and he decided that he wanted to, unify Germany, he decided to reunite. He said he wanted to reunite all ethnic Germans into one big old country. So, at the end of World War I, Treaty of Versailles stated that the Rhineland, basically this big old area where all these
industrial
area, kind of like the Ruhr a little bit, it would become demilitarized. So that way it would increase the security, the national security of France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and then the French would use that industrial zone in place of the lack of reparations from Germany as a result of World War I. So after World War I, the Sudetenland was occupied by ethnic Germans, a lot of ethnic Germans, and was also given to Czechoslovakia as well.
Yeah. So after Hitler started doing his whole kind of remilitarization of Germany, he made the Luftwaffe. They built up the army, introduced conscription. His main goal with all this was to reunite all ethnic Germans, and then later on to expand the country to get what was known as Lebensraum.
Living space.
Yeah. And his first plans were to take back areas which were taken away in World War I. One of those was the Saarland. In 1935, Hitler and his armies reoccupied the territory there, and he experienced no resistance from the French or the British, which he was not expecting. So with this, he was emboldened to try and reoccupy the full Rhineland. And what really tipped him off was later in 1935, when France and the USSR signed a treaty of friendship, and Hitler argued that this was hostile because France could then use the Rhineland as a kind of launch point to invade his country. So with that, he went in 1936 and he sent 20,000 troops into the Rhineland. But along with his generals, he was not ready for a war. So the main rule he had for his troops when they went in was, if there is any sign of resistance or any sign of French soldiers at all, you retreat, because we don't want to start a war. But to their surprise, that didn't happen. There was no French resistance there. There was no reaction from either the French or the British. He just took the area without any battle and remilitarized it and repurposed the whole area back into German area and German industry.
It's weird because you'd expect all this territory that is literally technically French territory at this point. You'd expect whole armies there. You would expect at least a small part of it.
Actually, you would not, because the French and the British did not actually have the military means to actually do any type of resistance, and they also did not want to start a war because they still had that memory of World War I stuck in their head. So they weren't going to really try to cause any type of kerfuffle.
I guess it's a thing, though. I guess it's just me, because that's an important territory there. So why not have at least some form of small detachment of the army there? As much as it makes total sense to not have World War One there, like memories of World War One there. I guess that's just me. I don't really understand it.
But with this lack of response from any of the Allies, it made Hitler believe that he had no opposition to his foreign policy. And an example of this would be during a speech in Munich on the 14th of March in 1936. Hitler stated, "Neither threats nor warnings will prevent me from going my way. I follow the path assigned to me by Providence with the instinctive sureness of a sleepwalker." He believed full-heartedly that he could do whatever he wanted, and the British and the French would give it to him because they were scared to start a war with him, which wasn't completely true, but with what had happened so far with the land he was able to take without any response, you could understand why he would have this thought in his brain.
He basically thought, I can conquer Europe all on my own. Nobody's going to do anything about it. So we're going to not really jump a little bit ahead, but this is kind of a little bit farther ahead. The next area of German expansion. So this was known as the Anschluss.
Yeah.
That's German for Union. And it was a plan for the annexation of Austria into the Third Reich. Since Hitler was a young person, young lad, he had the idea of Germany and Austria basically becoming one giant German country. And since he was Austrian himself, being born there, it made him want that to happen more. You know, he just felt, well, I'm from Austria, it makes sense. So both the Treaty of Saint-Germain, and the Treaty of Versailles basically just told the world that was impossible. Even with the strong support of said unification from the countries, it was just not going to happen, according to what the Treaty of Versailles said. So in early 1938, under increasing pressure from pro-unification activists, the Australian Chancellor at the time, Kurt Schuschnigg, that's a weird name. Kurt Schuschnigg announced that there would be a referendum on a union with Germany versus maintaining Austria's sovereignty. So they were going to hold this on March 13th, and portraying this as defying the popular will in Austria and Germany, Hitler threatened invasion and pressured Schuschnigg to resign. So one day before the planned referendum, so on March 12th of 1938, the German here invaded Austria, here meaning army, without resistance from the Austrians. So what is this, a plebiscite? Is that what they call it? Plebiscite? Mm-hmm. Was held on April 10th concerning the Anschluss with threats, because you got to have a little bit of threatening in there, I suppose. Coercion employed to manipulate the vote, so, threats, got to collude with the Nazis at this point. And 99.7% approved this. So they just took Austria, no resistance whatsoever, and because of this coercion and some public support with activists and all that, they approved it. It was going to go through, so they just took Austria and they said, okay, you can have it. We'll unify. It's all one big country now. So at that point, France, Great Britain, they didn't respond to that. That's so weird. I still find that weird.
Yeah.
And because that was a sovereign country that was just invaded and absorbed into Germany, you'd think. But they didn't respond, and Hitler, although kind of thinking nobody could stop him, this was at the point where it was like, okay, literally nobody can stop me at this point, because I've done this. There haven't been any issues whatsoever.
And his confidence would lead to his final expansion before the Allies actually did something about it, was the incorporation of the Sudetenland originally, but then would turn into the whole rest of Czechoslovakia. Alright guys, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. It was just a quick look at the initial expansion of Germany during the early 1930s. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on any more videos we make, especially the next one we do, which is going to be about the whole Munich Agreement, which is a big subject.
It'll be a good one.
It will definitely be a good one. If you want to see other stuff we do have a TikTok, which we'll link in the description, along with an Instagram. You can go check those out. We do like small little videos here and there on those. And
we also do YouTube shorts, that type of thing.
Yeah, so check all that stuff out too if you wanted to see some more stuff we do. You know, we have a collection that we do a little tour of. We look at closer into some of the pieces that are in the collection. So if you guys do enjoy those types of videos, check out our TikTok and our YouTube shorts, because we do stuff on there all about that stuff. But with that said, we will see you guys back here at the World War History Bar next time for another World War II video. Peace.